Oh, let me tell you something right now. They better not show their asses at that Met Gala. Because have you seen the theme? See, with a now defunct clothing line called Preserve that once hearkened the allure of antebellum, not to mention that they got married at a plantation, documentation of which you will find nowhere on the internet as far as celebrity weddings are concerned. That might be the smartest thing they've ever done. No doubt they had the reception in this lovely facility called the Cotton Dock. This is probably what it looked like, and it's just a few yards away from the quarters. No. We're not having that at this Met Gala. We all thought them showing up at SNL was premeditated and presumptuous. Imagine they show up on the red carpet next to this guy, Coleman Domingo, who's one of the chairs. Or better yet, next to this couple, Rihanna and ASAP, who are also chairs. Guys, I know it's going to be hard to be downtown in Tribeca with all the excitement going on uptown. But please do not come. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Ms. Wintour, I would ask that you not extend the invitation, but I think you probably know better.
We're kind of used to seeing, and pardon my language here, but we're very used to seeing like a Blake, right? She's very unkind to reporters, and genuinely, I think that there's just a lack of a better word there. She seems to hate the press junkets over the years. She barely seems to enjoy her fans. She kind of thinks that she's above her fans, thinks she's above the press, and is just always rude, right?
We left because the vibes were not vibing. Like wasted hair, makeup, outfit to go to the city, drink a margarita in a mason jar, take a bucket of popcorn, take 2 bites, see Anna Wintour, see Justin Baldoni, and left to go back to Connecticut. Like, talk about blue.
Blake Lively and Anna Wintour have been fashion world besties for years, but it looks like their friendship just took a major hit. Rumors are swirling that Blake has been banned from the Met Gala, and the drama is even messier than expected. And the worst part? Blake may have no one to blame but herself. From a leaked email slamming Anna and Justin Baldoni to her questionable fashion choices on the set of It Ends With Us, Blake's reputation has taken a serious hit. So much so that even Vogue's queen herself reportedly wants nothing to do with her. But is this just a temporary punishment, or has Blake officially lost her Met Gala privileges forever? Blake and Anna have had a professional friendship for a long time, and being close to someone as powerful as Anna Wintour comes with major perks, Vogue covers and Met Gala invites included. Blake has graced the cover of Vogue multiple times, and for the September 2024 issue, Anna allegedly insisted on her comeback. That's a big deal, considering Anna is known for having a very selective inner circle. But their connection went beyond just magazine covers. Blake seemed to be one of the few people immune to Anna's notoriously intimidating presence. Need proof? Just look at photos of them together. Anna's body language, like crossing her legs toward Blake and even cracking a smile, speaks volumes. If you've seen Anna at other fashion events, you'd know she doesn't extend that kind of warmth to just anyone. Thanks to Anna, Blake has owned the Met Gala red carpet for years. She's been a regular guest since 2008, consistently serving up iconic fashion moments. However, this year, it seems like that streak has come to an abrupt halt. Word on the street is that Anna has caught wind of Blake's behind-the-scenes drama and isn't about to let anyone jeopardize the biggest night in fashion. And that's just the beginning. Reportedly, Blake wrote a scathing email criticizing both Justin and Anna, and somehow, it leaked right into Anna's hands. If there's one thing Anna Wintour doesn't tolerate, it's public disrespect. Despite their long-standing relationship, this might have been the final straw. But Blake's Met Gala ban may not just be about her email scandal. According to Real Housewives of New York alum Bethany Frankel, the energy at the It Ends With Us premiere was off, and Blake was the one to blame. Bethany, who attended the event with a colleague named Danielle, revealed that the atmosphere was strange, adding yet another layer to Blake's mounting controversies. With all this drama, the big question remains: has Blake Lively lost her place in the fashion elite for good, or will she manage to make a comeback?
There's an hour, and it's like too short to go to dinner, too long to stand there in stilettos, and so I see one of Blake's team members, and they're a little distant and a little like icy to me. Just there's something that I'm like, oh wow, okay. And I've, in other circumstances, this person is not this way, and it was slightly off-putting to Danielle and I. We both like noted it. And then it was one of these theaters that has all these like escalators in it. Okay, so we're like, what do we do? So we go to get margaritas, and that night, like, I had a malfunction, my strap came off, and we went to drink margaritas. I think it was raining, and we were like walking outside in the rain, and it was just like a mess. But we were having fun because we got buzzed on these like mason jar margaritas, and they were great. And we come back to see the movie. I'm excited to see the movie, and because I love Blake Lively, I'm so excited. So we walk upstairs and we see Anna Wintour. She passes us and I'm like, oh my God, wow, we'll do that another time, but like, let's park that. So then we keep walking and this guy says to me, oh, hey, Bethany, you know Justin, he was on your podcast. And he's in this one like line and we say hello to each other. I didn't remember who he was. I don't know why, but we say hello to each other. He was very nice. I think he was wearing purple. And he's in this one theater. And then we think this, we saw him, so we're just going into the theater. Not usually, always, unless it's a weird different screenings, the premiere is in one giant theater and there might be like an overflow theater, okay? But here, like he's in one theater, something's going on somewhere else. I saw Anna walk this way. So they take us and they put us all the way to the left in this theater where like nobody was in this theater. And it was just strange. It felt like everybody was separated. And I just called Danielle to be like, oh my God, like everybody was separated. I mean, now we're hearing about everybody being separated and the vibe was off. And so what I didn't tell anybody, because I was like, we'll be canceled, was we left because the vibes were not vibing. Like wasted hair, makeup, outfit to go to the city, drink a margarita in a mason jar, take a bucket of popcorn, take 2 bites, see Anna Wintour, see Justin Baldoni, and left to go back to Connecticut, like talk about blue balls.
The fact that Blake was making those shady moves right under Anna's nose must have been seriously off-putting for the fashion icon. If Bethany's claims are true, some fans believe that may have been the moment Anna decided to ban Blake from the Met Gala. But that's not the only reason Anna reportedly shunned Blake. She likely keeps up with industry news, and even she can see that Blake's public image has been taking a hit. In fact, her upcoming project with Anna Kendrick, A Simple Favor 2, is already expected to flop, thanks in part to all the negative press surrounding her.
She is alongside Anna Kendrick. And I should say first and foremost, regarding Anna Kendrick, we already knew that she was somewhat upset leading up to this premiere for obvious reasons. I mean, you imagine you work your butt off, you're in this movie, you're fighting with Blake Lively about who should be more prominently featured on all of the materials and the advertisements, because I guess that's a thing, like where you're featured on the movie poster. And Blake Lively wants to be prominently featured, and then she gets herself into this huge situation worldwide. She is sort of despised alongside her husband. And now you've got to recognize that this movie's probably not going to do so well because people are just not going to watch a movie with Blake Lively in it. And the rumors were that she felt that Blake Lively didn't do anything to dispel that. She didn't come out and make a statement. She didn't come out, with her heart in her hand or say anything. She just kind of allowed this movie to be like an innocent bystander to everything that went on with It Ends With Us. It Ends With Us, pardon. So leading up to this red carpet, all eyes were kind of on Blake. People were wondering if she was going to bring Ryan. I said, definitely not. That's not going to happen. Obviously, she's adjusting and she's realizing what a bad decision SNL was. People don't like Ryan Reynolds, especially. So she did show up alone.
It seems like the premiere of A Simple Favor 2 became more about the controversy surrounding Blake rather than the film itself. And there's no way Anna would risk the Met Gala, the biggest fashion event of the year, being overshadowed by that kind of drama. But the situation runs even deeper. Recent controversies have shed light on Blake's work ethic, raising even more questions about her professional reputation.
Sort of take out, smear, and destroy the reputations of people that they don't like, or people perhaps that their clients don't like. But the question is, who do they do that on behalf of? Who does it benefit when they tell perfectly curated lies to get people really upset, to get the public very upset?
And it's not just bloggers or fans weighing in. Industry insiders who have previously worked with Blake have also stepped forward since the controversy, sharing their experiences. And unfortunately for Blake, the stories aren't flattering.
So when I was interning at the Fuse channel, as I said, this was 2005, end of May, beginning of June, she was doing press for Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants with 3 of the 4 girls. I don't remember who exactly was there, but it was Blake who was actually terrible and made me cry. So as an intern, we were allowed on set, but and as someone who grew up on set, you don't speak on set. It is quiet on the set because obviously the people with the microphones need to be heard, right? So your job was to just fetch things that various people needed. That day, it was my job to hand out these little water bottles to anyone who needed them. As they were walking to set from their green room, I had to pass them in this extremely narrow hallway, literally necessitating me to go like this against a wall so they could get by. Obviously, they're the priority. They need to get to set. I don't speak to them because, again, being an intern and also just growing up in the industry, you're seen, not heard, right? When you're not talent, you just do what you have to do. Show concludes, and me and all the interns are then brought upstairs for an emergency intern meeting, and they proceed to yell at us for being unprofessional. Now, I'm very confused. I'm looking around, and I'm like, nobody was unprofessional that day, at least from what I had observed. And then they ask me to stay after the meeting. So now I'm really, now my red flags are going off, like, what happened? She, specifically Blake, alleged that I was unprofessional and treated her like a fan. I want to reiterate, I did not speak to her. I had no idea who she was. She hadn't done Gossip Girl yet. Like, this was her breakout thing. Didn't even know her name. I was focused on the next show that I was supposed to help with production, which was a gaming show that we were doing, or a contest show.
Yeah, that's definitely not someone Anna wants anywhere near her. And honestly, given everything that's come out about Blake and Ryan in the past few months, a lot of fans don't want the couple at the Met Gala either.
Oh, let me tell you something right now. They better not show their asses at that Met Gala. Because have you seen the theme? See, with a now defunct clothing line called Preserve that once hearkened the allure of antebellum, not to mention that they got married at a plantation, documentation of which you will find nowhere on the internet as far as celebrity weddings are concerned. That might be the smartest thing they've ever done. No doubt they had the reception in this lovely facility called the Cotton Dock. This is probably what it looked like. And it's just a few yards away from the quarters. No. We're not having that at this Met Gala. We all thought them showing up at SNL was premeditated and presumptuous. Imagine they show up on the red carpet next to this guy, Coleman Domingo, who's one of the chairs. Or better yet, next to this couple, Rihanna and ASAP, who are also chairs. Guys, I know it's going to be hard to be downtown in Tribeca with all the excitement going on uptown. But please do not come. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Ms. Wintour, I would ask that you not extend the invitation, but I think you probably know better.
Some fans believe Blake's questionable fashion choices on the set of It Ends With Us should have been enough to give Anna the ick. After seeing those costumes, it's hard to imagine Anna Wintour being impressed. Blake may know how to wear clothes, but beyond that, she didn't prove much. And before anyone blames the stylist for the wardrobe disaster, Blake was the one who insisted on choosing her own outfits, and she made quite a fuss about it. According to Justin Baldoni's lawsuit, Blake demanded a complete rework of her character's wardrobe to align with her own vision for Lily Bloom, causing the budget to skyrocket to over $600,000. Court documents also reveal that Blake disregarded the director's vision and dismissed weeks of effort from the wardrobe team. She reportedly flooded the costume designer with hundreds of reference images, forcing them to shop for entirely new looks that far exceeded the allocated budget. While the wardrobe team was already stretched thin preparing for the rest of the cast, Blake's changes diverted time, resources, and money. And it didn't stop there. Blake allegedly pushed for a $5,000 shoe budget just to showcase her character's wealth, despite Lily Bloom being a struggling small business owner. Her insistence on altering the wardrobe also forced Baldoni to rethink entire sections of the script, which had been in development for years. A message from the film's line producer, dated April 25, 2023, further emphasized the financial chaos. Initially, the wardrobe budget was set at $185,000, with the expectation that overspending would be balanced out by returns. However, the wardrobe team had already spent $615,000, and at that point, they had only shopped for Justin and Blake, leaving the rest of the cast without completed outfits. With all this drama surrounding her work ethic and decision-making, it's no surprise that Blake's Met Gala invite may have been revoked.
We all know Blake Lively had spoken very openly about the fact that Lily Bloom's wardrobe was not only her clothes, but it was also Ryan Reynolds and Gigi Hadid. Yesterday, while going through Justin Baldoni's timeline, I had read page 17, which shared an email from the line producer talking about being over budget when it came to the wardrobe. Because of that, a lot of people were very confused, saying how on earth could they have been going over the budget if she was using her own pieces. This person responded to one of the comments under my video saying when she says she used pieces from Gigi Hadid, I assume she meant her clothing brand, which they probably bought. And this part I thought was very interesting. I didn't know this, but she said also actors get reimbursed for using their own wardrobe in the SAG contract. For example, talent, including even background extras, get additional money per day for clothing. I would guess she charged back for her clothing, whether making them pay OG costs or a huge rental fee, just an assumption knowing how wardrobe budgets work. After reading this, I did what any normal person would do, and I decided to search on TikTok to see if there were anybody in the industry that were speaking on this. I ended up finding a video from Ebony Brown Style, who is a union costume designer, and I tagged the video below. She confirmed when an actor wears their own clothing, they get paid for that. She also said that anytime, for example, the Valentino bag would appear on screen, Blake Lively would allegedly get a check for that. If that were the case, that would make a lot of sense as to why they were going over budget, because a lot of these pieces were really expensive.
Anna might have been able to overlook Blake's issues with Justin, but sabotaging an entire film with her fashion choices? Yeah, there's no way the queen of the fashion industry would ignore that. And with that, Blake can kiss her Met Gala spotlight goodbye, at least for this year. Fans are still unsure whether this is a permanent ban or just a temporary consequence. Only time will tell. But what do you think? Is Anna cutting Blake off for good? Or is this just a lesson to keep her in check? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.